Jimbo's Garage.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Jimbo's Garage. Well, after 13 years of doing YouTube videos, I'm going to call it quits here in California. Today's video is sponsored by King Metals. They've got all your fabrication needs in one location. From hinges to hardware, balusters to metal decor, brass to aluminum, and a whole lot more. You name it, they've got it. Check them out today at kingmetals.com. Now let's get back to today's video. That's right. It's over for me here in California. I'm starting a new adventure. My wife and I have decided to move to Florida to be with our kids and our grandkids. And I am starting a brand new venture over there. I'll be building an 1,800 square foot shop, and I want to bring you guys along for that whole journey. I think it's going to be a series, a long series on the build out. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But to end this video here, I think it's only appropriate that maybe I give you guys a final shop tour. We'll go through the shop. I'll point out all the things. It's been a while since I've done a shop tour, and I think it would be just fitting to end this here in Southern California with a shop tour. We're going to start off with this simple little Craftsman toolbox rolling cabinet here. A story behind this is this was left for trash, and it was in pretty bad shape when I got it. I was able to make some adjustments and clean this thing up, put some casters on it, clean up the top, and now this is a useful rolling cabinet workbench here in the shop. Pretty cool little addition. I'm excited about that. Moving on, we got the table crane. This thing right here is something was a really good addition. I have a video on this right here. This works really well. I can take it off the welding table if I need to and put it on. I made a plate for that adapter right there. I use this a lot. It's a pretty cool feature. All right, moving on, the weld table. This is the best asset here I have in the shop. This is a 5 foot by 10 foot welding table, fabrication table from weldtables.com. This is the key feature in this shop. I use it every day, and a fabrication table is really a must for anybody that has a shop. And if you can afford it, there's lots of different tables out there. This is just one of them, works well for me. You can see that underneath the cabinet on this side, we'll get to the other side later, but I've got clamps. This is my pull-out stool I use for TIG welding when I'm doing some precise stuff. I've got miscellaneous items underneath the bottom of it, and of course, a pull-out dump tray for all your cuttings and slag. I got that in all three different areas. All right, over here on this side in the very corner, this is just my Craftsman 150 PSI 60-gallon air compressor. Had this for maybe 10 years now. Nothing special about it, but I've got this hooked up to air that goes throughout the whole shop. So I got different outlets all over the shop, and this is that provides the air for that. Next to that is the Kent 1340 BV lathe. Now this is a lathe that I purchased. I had an older lathe many years ago that kind of just broke on me, and I decided to upgrade to this one right here. I wanted the 1660 model, but it was about a foot longer, and I just did not have the space for it, and this is what I had the room for. But this lathe has served its purpose well for me. I'm very happy with it. It's done everything I've needed it to do. Moving on down is the welding cart, and if you follow my channel, you know that HTP is a longtime channel sponsor, and I've got a lot of different machines from them, and I decided to build this cart several years back, and I've housed a lot of their different machines on here. This has been very helpful and useful here in the shop. Next to that is the US General toolbox. This toolbox I use for machining. I've got all kinds of different machining tools in here for the mill, for the lathe, and I got welding supplies down here, electrodes and all the welding supplies I need for welding. It's conveniently located right next to the fab table and the welding cart. All right, moving down, I've got the Shop Fox benchtop drill press. This thing replaced my old Ryobi that kind of burned up on me, so I was in a need for a drill press. I got this benchtop, and this is okay, but I've replaced it with something different, and I'll show you that here in a minute. And then this is just a workbench that I built all the way around. I built these cabinets in. These cabinets house It has all kinds of different storage I use for different hardware, different tools and miscellaneous things in here. This is the old Kennedy toolbox right here. I've got miscellaneous machining stuff all in this toolbox right here. This here is the Evolution cutoff saw. This is what gets used every video. Obviously, I'm having to cut material, and this is the way I use it. This is the way I've got it set up. I'm able to put longer material on here and cut it. It's not mounted down, so I'm able to move it around to adjust a different size. If I'm cutting on a 45 or straight or long material, I can move it around. For me, it works good, and it's worked good for a long time. All right, moving on down, I like to call this my mini Home Depot right here. I've got just about all the hardware that you can imagine, from the smallest of screws to the biggest bolts and nuts that you would normally use in most applications. All kinds of different stuff. I've got brass screws and just things that you would just need for anything, and plenty of it. I've been collecting this stuff since I was 8 years old, and this is all part of my collection. I've got full metric and all sizes in metric and standard. These are my drops. These are my shims and drops. This is what I use for fabricating stuff. It may seem simple or stupid to some people that you hang on to these small things, but they're all different sizes. I got 1/8, quarter, 3/8, half, 5/8, 3/4, 1 inch, and they all are very handy. I like to hang on to all that. Moving over, this is the workbench, and this was the very first sponsored item that I got in YouTube. This is the Yoast 750 DI. This is a really nice vise. They sent this out to me. Oh my gosh, this is 10 years ago probably now. And this is a really cool vise that rotates 360 degrees. That's been very handy here in the shop. All right, just miscellaneous storage and stuff down here. Okay, and that's cabinets with more storage. And this is a standard workbench that I built, and this is kind of my go-to for smaller things to work on. It's been very works really good for me the way it's set up. All right, let's back up right here. This is the KBC mill. I had a old benchtop mill several years ago that just wasn't getting it, and I decided to go and get the full-size KBC. This has been really nice. Again, I'm just an amateur machinist, so everything that I do, this machine works really well for me. I'm still learning, but I have not outgrown this at all. Okay, moving over to the Nova Voyager DVR drill press. In my opinion, this is the best drill press on the market today anywhere. This has got so many features and functions on it that it is, in my opinion, the best drill press you could have. It's not belt driven. This is a direct drive, so there's no slowing down. No matter how slow you're drilling and how hard you pull, it does not stall. This is a really a nice drill press. All right, next to that we got this is my old welding table. I've kind of converted this into a table that has a little bit of everything on it. Of course, we got the porter band here with a swag off-road mount. I've got the bench grinder over here. Got a little wire wheel, my rotary table here. And I just use this as just a go-to area, catch-all, if you will, for a lot of things. And of course, this is some of my angle grinders, the way I've got them set up here. And it's worked really well. And of course, this is the Colombian. This is the vise that I use daily, regularly. This is in a good location here on the end of the table, kind of in the center of the shop. It's pretty cool. All right, back over here. We of course got I got a bathroom over here. I got a little refrigerator here. I got some storage cabinets underneath here. And of course my office is inside there. I've got 2 offices inside there, one for my wife, one for myself, that we conduct our business. This is the paint rack and liquid storage rack, if you will. Been pretty cool. I made that, and it houses a lot of the paints, but not enough. You can see I've got them stacked up here. And then this is the pallet rack along this side of the shop right here. And on this pallet rack, I've got a lot of different things. All my smaller soft hand tools are up in their boxes. I keep them up, easy to get to. I got miscellaneous storage up here for certain things that I don't use all the time. This right here is the Husky toolbox top box. I use this primarily for all my drill bits and all my taps. You can see that I got plenty of drill bits right here. I got a lot more drill bits in this drawer here and everything else, and then taps. I've got taps of all sizes in here. So that's kind of where I keep my drill bit and taps. Down here, it's controversial. A lot of people, they just don't understand why I hang on to all these small little drops. Well, I got to tell you, you use these things, or at least I do. Every fabricator's got their own need and purpose for things, but I use a lot of these different drops all the time for a lot of different things. I've got aluminum, stainless, mild steel, pipe, flat bar, rectangular tube, round tube, a little bit of everything. This is pretty handy to have. Next to that is the Harbor Freight US General 72-inch triple bank toolbox. I've upgraded this from my old Husky that I had. This box is amazing. It houses all my primary tools in here. I like to keep things nice and organized. You can see that this would be the screwdriver drawer. By the way, these drawers fully extend out. And then I just got primary, some pliers in here. We're not going to go through all the drawers, but I am going to show you some of the stuff and how I like to keep things. And then right here, I like to keep a lot of my wrenches in here. And then this is the larger drawer I use for my sockets and stuff. So this box is really handy, really good. It houses a lot of my stuff. All right, moving on down, we got the Burr King grinder here. Now, I think every fabricator really, I don't know, it's almost a must to have a belt drive grinding wheel or sanding wheel, whatever you want to call it. I use this for everything. Burr King is a really good quality tool made here in the United States, and it's really been beneficial here in the shop. Back in the corner over here, HTP's brand new MiG 2800i. This is really a cool machine, something brand new from HTP, and this is a really good machine I've been working with for the last few months. Back and behind that, I got my chop saw, and it's sitting on a rolling cabinet, and when I need it, I just roll it out and use it, and that's what happens with that. My medium-sized drops back here, anything up to about 5 feet I keep in here. And then anything over 5 feet up to 10 or 12 feet, I keep in the rack above me up over here. So this is storage for all the longer stock that I have. All right, and then over here is my battery depot. I keep all my batteries. They're all being charged. All the different batteries here are being charged. All my different drills right here. And another cabinet right here with miscellaneous machining tools. And on the end here, you can see I've got a lot of my clamps set up on this table underneath. Keeps everything nice and organized and out of the way. And here are my go-to grinders on my welding table. These are set up. These are the ones that get used daily. These are daily users right here. All right, over here is the Harbor Freight 20-ton press. This thing here, I got it on some casters. I can roll it around. And I keep, obviously, miscellaneous clamps and stuff on it. But this thing here works pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I got miscellaneous clamps mounting and hanging here on the back. Here is where I try to, because the shop is not that big, at least it doesn't seem that big, I jam everything in as much as I can to all the areas I could possibly get into. So that's why everything is the way it is. And then down here, this is the Husky 48-inch rolling toolbox. This is set up next here to the plasma table. And I have miscellaneous machining tools in this right here as well. And then the plasma table, like I said, right here. This is this is a 4 foot. Well, they call it a 4 foot, but it's actually 5 foot by 5 foot plasma table. It's currently not operating correctly, and I'm going to fix that as soon as I get back into Florida. We're going to get this up and running. And then this here is the front of the welding table right here. More clamps, miscellaneous storage underneath it, and that is about it for the shop tour here. I hope you guys enjoyed this shop tour, and I hope that you continue to follow me on our new adventure in Florida, building out the new shop and the whole series on that. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video in Florida.
See you next time on Jimbo's Garage.